Alrighty then, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, one and all. My name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Gatewalkers, a gripping tale of adventure and intrigue featuring these wonderful and amazing Patreons who come and join me time after time here on the channel, chilling out and having fun. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, folks,
Hello.
everyone. Make sure you're drinking water.
Make sure you drink your water, indeed. But yes, it's so good to see so many familiar faces here. I can see all of the cool folks who've come and joined us for today's gripping adventure. Guys, as you guys know, we are here to play a tabletop role-playing game, which is, of course, a storytelling game featuring a group of performers, or in this case, my Patreons, who are taking on the roles of these characters that they are performing on stage, with me as the titular narrator, game master, arbiter of rules, and the doler of all things wicked and evil within this game. We are at the behest of the dice, which are rolled here beneath us, and of course, use a mixture of both luck, wit, and guile in order to overcome the story and emerge victorious at its completion. Now, of course, before we start off, we have a number of people to thank. That is, of course, our sponsors, the people who help keep the lights on here at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, starting with Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see on stream here for all the characters, as well as these amazing 3D printable models of said characters, which are available for purchase worldwide. Just go check it out, play around, make some characters, and get your own little memento or tokens for your own homebrew game as well. So yeah, go check that out. Then, of course, we have Sirenscape for the beautiful and sultry sounds that you hear, immersing us into the world of the game that we are currently playing. We have so many amazing and incredible sound sets that help dive us into our game. Sounds such as the sound of a basilisk roaring in a cavern. Ooh, that would see. That's where the fuck was this energy with the crocodile bite? Just saying, okay. Just saying, okay. Anyway, right, and of course there is no good basilisk without a good petrifying stare. So we can just. Oh, damn. So yeah, sound effects like this and more are available at the touch of a button, both here online and, of course, in your own home through the apps that you can find for your phone, for your mobile devices, or, of course, the browser apps on the computer as well with Sirenscape Online. So go check those out. There is also integration with such programs as Fantasy Grounds, which is our other sponsor. There's the VTTs. Look at the VTTs. All this pretty stuff and all these pretty places that we can go. All of the cool stuff that you can see on screen is courtesy of Fantasy Grounds, which allows me to focus more on role-playing and less on things like maintaining and observing rules that I clearly don't know. No, I'm joking. I do know the rules, sort of. Yeah, 50-50. Anyway, so yeah, these are our sponsors. Go check them out and give them some support. And if, of course, you have a means to do so, always so tell them that, hey, I heard about this from Dead Aussie Gamer. And, you know, they then, you know, be like, hey, good job. And then I'm like, yay, credit. Then, of course, guys, as always, we would not have a game table. We would not have a group if not for these amazing and wonderful players here. So let's take a moment to find out about them and the characters that they are playing, starting with none other than OG Lava Kitten.
Oh, hi, Dag and chat. I'm playing Lushara and her familiar Magnus because she's an elven witch. She's currently has a whole bunch of critters in her backpack and trying to keep her and them and everyone else as alive as she can while we complete dragon games so we don't get eaten.
Absolutely. Following which we have none other than the wonderful Schooly Eye.
Yes, playing the very angry and gruff and very, very straight to the point, Bill Rattar, who, yeah, doesn't really do much thinking, especially when he doesn't know what's going on around him when he was deaf.
That's very
Thankfully,
true.
you can hear now.
That's very true. That's very true. And following which we have, of course, none other than the Chaos Roller incarnate, Neil from Immersion Diversion.
Hello. Yes, our Sunny is a dwarven sorcerer, who loves music, and has gained a new body. So they're trying to figure out what their new skill sets are, and currently relieving the party of their voice because the the dragon has taken it away.
How does one figure out what your new sets are when you are going from undead to being alive? Do you just sort of like, it's like, oh, I used to
I
be
have
able to tear off
buttons.
my head and like roll it down a corridor, and he just rips off their head and just rolls it, just dies. Or they just keep stealing bones and they're just like, what? I'm trying to heal. Ugh.
Pretty sure you've been alive more than you've been undead, so kind
Yeah.
of.
It's true. It's true. Then, following which, we have taking the role of Aelith is our friend Jen.
Hello, I'm Aelith, the Elf Ranger, and I am doing my best to protect this ragtag team as much as possible and trying to get out of this predicament that we're in with all these games of this dragon.
Yes, indeed. And last but certainly not least, we have the one, the only, the indomitable McBluff.
Hey, Doc, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I have
Excellent.
cookies.
What kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip.
Did you make them yourself or did you buy them pre-made?
I bought them.
Very well. I hope you enjoy them.
They're very good. They're one of my favorite kinds from the store, from the
What-
corner store.
Everyone tells me about their favorite kinds. What's your second favorite kind of cookie?
Ooh, okay. So I really like chocolate chip. I like snickerdoodles, but those are only a Christmas specific cookie because I really, really like cinnamon. So snickerdoodles would probably have to be my second favorite. Well, usually I have like if it's a sugar cookie, it has something on it. So I guess technically sugar cookies as well. I like peanut butter cookies sometimes. What about you, Dak?
Me, my second favorite cookie? That's actually really hard because the thing that I have, we define very differently as cookies and biscuits. So chocolate chip and then shortbread is my second. But at the same time,
Shortbread's so good.
yeah, shortbread's one of my favorites. But it just depends on the time of year because I could definitely go for a shortbread cookie a lot better in winter than I would for a chocolate chip cookie. So I'm very weather orientated.
Same. Except for chocolate chip. Anyways, Viv, befitting the obsession with cookies, is a very childlike character who kind of sees the world through games and fun, and is not having a lot of fun right now. So is trying to think of, hey, how do we get out of this and start having fun again and stop dying to an old man who's yelling at us and being very, very mean? They don't know yet, but we'll figure something out.
Well, hopefully they will. And, sir, not appearing in this film because they are busy with assignments is Nick, who plays the role of Elink, our druid, who is a half-elf, half-dwarf. But, yes, we wish them all the best in their studies because, of course, studies in life come first before games. But we send all of our love and well wishes. Pure. Now, of course, before we start, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our lovely and amazing audience members. Thank you guys so much for being here, for joining us, for having a great time, and as such, we invite you behind the GM screen to come and hang out and help contribute to the game as we are playing. First of all, those of you who are watching, you simply earn channel points that can be used for a number of rewards for free. Just watch, and you get these points. Subscribers, you get these points a little bit quicker, but these points can be used for things like inspiration, insight bonuses to give players clues on what's going on, divine intervention, divine healing, wandering encounters, and many, many more. So go check those out and be sure to use them because, yeah, hey, they are a lot of fun, and there's plenty of opportunities to earn them as we play. Then, of course, for those of you who have a little bit more disposable income and want to help us up with the Eurodag trip, we have a number of monetary donations that can go to very, very good causes. Starting, of course, with our $5 donation, we can either get one of these red marks for our players, which I'm sure you've noticed are currently full. So, we don't need to tell you about hero points and how they are used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense, or roll with advantage. But what we can tell you about is these amazing things called jinx points that can be used to, like, complicate things, to counter hero points, to, like, make bad guys have a bit more of an advantage. They're purple marks, and I'd love to show them to you. Absolutely love to show them to you. I've got 2 jinx points.
Well, you'd be able to, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Christina, you bloody beautiful legend. Let's see there. These purple markies there. There they are. Aren't they pretty? They're such well-behaved points, unlike these red, chaos gremlins that are invading my players. Then, of course, we have our $10 donation, which is a draw from one of 2 decks. Either my flashback and plot twist deck, which we have here ready to go, which are story prompts that we throw into the course of the game. We also have our heroic action deck, which is a free heroic action / hero point for a player of your choosing that they get to use at any point during the game. For $20, our heroes can, or our GM can be provided with a natural 20, because a 20 for a 20 seems fair, and sometimes you just need shit to work. So, hey, that's what they're there for. We then, of course, have our wonderful and amazing $50 donation, which is for a magic item to be provided to a player of your choice. This can be a homebrew item you create and you design, and I will make it to the game. You can ask me to design something for that player, which is usually part of a set, or you can ask that player to get something from their wish list, which is also very kind and generous. You could, however, also consider to get maybe just make things harder than it needs to be. This old man that's beating the shit out of them, maybe he could use a pair of nunchucks with scythes on the end of it, or maybe there's 2 of these old men who are kicking the shit out of them, or maybe he's actually a dragon. Who knows? $50 can also be used to boost up the boss encounter and make things even more difficult. So hey, consider that as well, because that is a lot of fun, a lot of thing. And then lastly, we have our $100 secret menu item. The secret menu item is a big, massive shift in the game that allows our players to kind of throw things a little bit off the rail. The $100 secret menu item for today's session, as our heroes are currently amidst a battle of games against a dragon, our heroes, they're kind of in a losing streak. They're kind of being put against challenges that are way too big for them. So for a $100 secret menu item, I'm going to introduce to them an ally, sort of, maybe, kind of. A person who our heroes, as players, might have been aware of for quite a while, but maybe have not yet encountered in this game yet. A proprietor of oddities and trinkets and weird things that may appear between dimensions from time to time in order to provide tools and stuff to our players. This wandering merchant who is perfectly legitimate and absolutely has no strings attached and is completely normal and not in any way, shape, or form nefarious or evil in any kind of way, will show up in order to provide our players with a means to be able to overcome some of the games that they are dealing with. Yes, this is the $100 secret menu item, is an appearance by this individual. I know I'm being cagey about it, but if you know, you know, and if you don't, you'll find out maybe. All right.
Neil, be very fucking careful what you do if we get the secret menu. I swear to God.
Neil can't talk right now, so
That's true. Neil can't talk right now.
He didn't need to talk last time we encountered this man.
That's true. He does have a vendetta against one of Neil's characters, still, till this day. All right.
You've had more donations come in.
We have had more donations, so let's have a look. First of all, we have $35 from our dear friend Malakisa for some Jinx points. Now, I only have $15 worth of Jinx points here, which leaves a $20, which...
She did say for your stuff to work as well, which you described as your nat 20.
Oh, thank you. I will take the natural 20. But then I also see that somebody woke up and did indeed choose violence today as well. And that was Christina, natural 20. which will afford me a second natural 20. There it is. Ba-da-da-da, descending down
That
to
might
be.
actually die today.
All right. And
You're
we,
so
I mean-
in trouble.
I mean, maybe. It's 3 kobolds in a trench coat. No, actually, weirdly enough, I've got 2 kobolds in a trench coat, and they're a chef. Okay. Well, without any further ado, guys, are you ready?
Yes.
I'm ready, Dad.
All right. Well, without any further ado, we return to a very odd scene. A somewhat of a coliseum-like area filled with a menagerie of cages filled to the brim with beasts great and small. Blood staining the limestone plates of the floor. And our heroes in battle with what appears to be an elderly man with a long, angry beard who is currently chewing on a blood-soaked hat, force-fed to him by none other than Bilratar the Barbarian. Our heroes are in a fight to the death with a creature known as a redcap at the behest of the Fortune Dragon. Our heroes are trying to best the dragon in a series of games and challenges to spare the life of Elink, one of our heroes who had taken the seat of none other than Kaneepo the Slim, a bogeyman of sorts, who had offered great power to Elink. Upon claiming it, however, the Fortune Dragon, who had been imprisoned by Kaneepo, sought its revenge against Elink. But our heroes weren't about to allow Elink to take the blow for this colossal asshole. So the challenge was thrown, the gauntlet was made, and our heroes now do battle in order to try and protect and save their friends.
So, just to check. The hat was spit out because he then proceeded to try and stuff Bill's beard back into Bill's mouth. In response.
Yes, and I feel like that's where we left off, was with this old man grabbing Bilratar's beard and just shoving it back into his mouth. All right, we're going to re-roll initiative as we jump into the next round. And we start with the old man. The old man is going to try and, well, let's start by trying to trip you up, Bilratar. Ooh, a 22 against your fortitude plus 10.
Which would be a DC 20.
All right.
So, success.
Your feet are taken from under you as your beard is forced into your mouth. The old man turns and says, "Why are you eating yourself? Why are you eating yourself? Why are you fucking eating yourself?"
At least one of us is tasty.
What you end up saying is, he is now going to use his second action as a second attack to move you into a pin.
I was going to say, technically he's not restrained anymore.
No, he's not restrained. Oh, is he still restrained on the...
On the combat
Oh,
track.
he is. Okay, hold on. So yes, he is no longer restrained, so I don't need to take those penalties. All right, second attack.
Did
Hmm?
he have any penalties for not having his hat, or did he put it back on?
No, he has penalties.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he didn't put his hat back on.
He has not
He
put his hat
wanted
back
to
on.
get Bilratar.
Let's see. He is currently suffering from... he is suffering from a -2 to his... -2 or -4? -4 to his rolls.
So if that was a -4 to that athletics, that'd be a failure.
Oh no, this is only damage rolls.
Oh, only damage rolls.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. All right, next athletics check. Oh my god. All right. I'm going to use one of my jinx points. I can roll higher than a 10, I swear. All right, here we go. Much better. All right. Bilrata, you are now restrained.
Tied up in my own beard.
Yep, you've been restrained by your own beard. And with his final action, he is going to flip you over and ride your back like you're some sort of wild boar and kick you in the side to try and mush you. As we attempt this attack, I mean, honestly, I just want to use the iron boot. And he misses. All right.
Stomps the ground instead.
Yeah, stomps the ground, but he is mounted on your back as you are harnessed by your own beard. All right, that is the Red Cap's very embarrassing turn, as Lushara then gets to go next.
Okay. I don't recall. Do the rest of the party know that there is an embedded gem on the back of his neck?
I'd say that only Arsini, you, and Viv have been able to see it. I don't think that Bilrata and Aelith have yet.
I was right on the red cap because I had the chains around him and all that, so being that close, I still wouldn't have seen it.
No, because it's on the back of his neck.
Okay.
I would like to try to use Divine Lance targeted on the gem.
Okay. I'm going to make that a cold shot, which means that if you land a critical hit, that is going to focus that damage onto it.
Okay.
But if you make the hit, it'll still hit him, as per normal.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
All right.
You create and conjure a lance of divine energy.
There it is. I think that's the right die. Bum.
Also, these are pretty dice for the Fae. All right. With a 27, that will hit. Not a critical, sadly, but it does indeed strike the back of the creature. Deal your damage.
Take that, Red Cap.
All right. 10 points of damage. Oh, yeah, and his fast healing has been turned off as well.
Okay, and then I am just gonna have Magnus come stand beside me.
All right. Done and done as Magnus moves to protect. We then move to Viv.
Okay, let's see. I think where is the actual cap right now?
Where's the... I'd say on the floor, like near Birota.
Okay. Then we're just going to kind of run over while he's distracted trying to horseback ride our friend, I guess. Try to snatch it up.
Sure, not a problem. You move over and you grab the hat from the floor. You now have his undivided attention.
Woo. And then, let's see. How many is that? No, I can't do it. Oh, wait, I guess I can technically do it this turn. No, I'll save it. They're just gonna kind of waving it in the air, just kind of hopscotch backwards with the last of their movement.
All right. Bilrata.
So restrained means you can't move, correct?
It means the only action you can take is to break free. That's the difference between a
Okay.
grapple and restrained.
Yep. Then I guess step one is to try and break free of my own beard.
All right. Athletics check. Your target number is 21.
-24.
24 with... Wait, how do you only have a -1?
I've got the -1 from broken.
Yeah, prone doesn't do anything to you? Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. All right. Very well. Apparently being prone does nothing to your ability to break free of your grapple. So yes, you have broken free of your restraints.
Now, you say he's on my back.
Yes, he is.
So for number 2 and 3, can I stand up and while he's still on my back, effectively piggyback him ride away from Viv?
All right. I'm going to say that you have to use your second action in order to grapple him. Then you may use a move action to carry him away.
I need the movement action to stand up, though.
You know you won't be standing up because you'll be crawling on the floor. So just be at half speed.
I'll just...
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to...
unless you want to use a hero point and stand up, then do it if you want to, but, you know.
No, it probably makes more comical sense for it to be as a horse.
Yeah, all right. Go. All right. Grapple check. Target number is still 21.
Yep, I was just going to drop it on top as soon as I get to it. But this is technically attack 2, or does break free count?
Yes, it is technically attack 2. Ooh, not quite.
Okay, are you okay to flavor that as I try to move, effectively he bucks off?
Sure. Happy for that. He will buck off your back.
Yes, effectively I move effectively to there.
Yeah, cool.
Thinking that he was going to be on my back.
Yep, easy done. All right. We then move to Aelith.
Okay. I think... Oh, what does she want to do? I think she wants to pick up the chains again and try to restrain him.
All right, make an athletics check.
Okay, where's my athletics? And... Okay, why didn't it work? Alright. Come on. Alright, my dice are acting up. Hold on a moment.
You need
I don't know what's going on.
if you're not using the actual grapple check, throw them in the chat box.
Okay. Alright. And athletics, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh.
All right.
Ooh.
A 11 is not enough. In fact, an 11 is a critical failure. As you go to try and tie him up, he grabs your hand and he says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and I'll cut a bitch." And he turns around and he pulls a knife out of his little bootstrap and tries to stab you in the thigh.
I'm going to do Genie's Veil. It's just S. It doesn't have the voice or visual or something. Or is S sound?
It's somatic, so that means you need to speak it. Oh, so that means you need to gesture. Somatic?
Okay, yeah, so Arsene just kind of gestures hands in the air and kind of tries to create a cosmic cloud to kind of protect her. And she gets concealment, I believe.
All right, concealed. Easy done.
Yep.
All right, let's see if he stabs. He will hit, even with the concealment.
Okay.
For a total of 13 damage as you are stabbed in the thigh. He'll actually let go of the knife and leave it in your body. He then spits on the ground.
Okay, so because I picked up the chain, I tried to grapple him. I have one more action, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can I, as a free action, No, I don't want to. I want to pull one of my daggers and stab at him. Am I allowed to do that?
You only can draw a dagger if you haven't have it already. If you haven't drawn it already.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then I think
You do have your bow. I would be happy to say that you try to clock him with it as a melee weapon, as a using it like a quarterstaff, just sort of try and swing it at him.
okay. Do I have unarmed?
It wouldn't be unarmed. Just use the same attack as your dagger.
Okay. And that's gonna be then for my third attack.
Yes.
Second.
Second attack.
Oh,
It's your third action, but your second attack operation.
okay.
So the +5.
All right.
Yeah.
So here we go.
All right, nice, solid hit. Now just roll a d6 in the chat. Just any.
Mine's. Oh, a D6. Okay.
Yeah, because you're
Because
using.
my dagger says D4.
You're not using a dagger though.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we're using your bow as a quarterstaff because that's what you have in your hand. It will not do the same damage as your dagger. We're just using your dagger
Okay.
as a makeshift for the attack, so we don't need to pre-program any things in there.
All right. I'm just gonna have to do it because it won't let me
Yeah, yep, that's fine.
roll it on him.
Beautiful. All right, 3 points of damage to the red cap. As you whack him in the head. Ah! Fucking bitch. All right,
Yep.
and that is Aelith. Arsini, you're up next.
Okay. So
Sorry. Yep, keep going. I'm just doing some stuff.
you said it was me, Viv, and Lushara that saw the gem. Not Aelith or Billitar.
That is what he said.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to 2 actions move over to my stick that I dropped and pick it up. And then I'm going to, as my third action, if you need it as a third action, I'm going to try and gesture, kind of pointing to Aelith and Bilritar, pointing to the red cap and pointing at the back of his neck, saying that there's something there that looks important. But I'm not saying it obviously because I'm just like,
You can talk.
you know.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure.
So I'm just pointing at my back, but like pointing at the red cap, and I guess that's what I do. Just to kind of let them know that there's something there.
All right. I think at this point, I'd say you would. Everyone at this stage will notice it. So you've moved. You've made your gesture. You've got 1 more action remaining.
Okay. You know what? Because I can actually see it then, and it. Oh wait, no, it's 2 actions. Oh. I'm just gonna cast shield on myself.
You create a magic shield which protects you. Which then brings us back to the red cap. The red cap does not hesitate. He makes his way over to Viv. And is gonna kick your Eidolon in the face. Actually, no, he's gonna. No, you know
Damn,
what?
gonna tie up. What a high kick on my guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. No, you know what? He's gonna draw his scythe, and he's gonna use it.
Okay. Let's see.
All right, here we go. Yeah, hit. Is that the best I can do? You know what? I do have 2 nat 20s though.
You do have 2 nat 20s.
Oh, no.
You in fact have 2 nat 20s.
Let's see. Do I want to use the 2 nat 20s? Ooh.
Would I? Would I be allowed
If
to
you
use
got
action
a if
against
you got a
natural
hit
one?
on a fifth,
No.
if you got a hit with a plus 15 on a 7.
You know what? Yeah,
could
let's
just
use it. Let's just use a jinx point. Let's try the jinx
Come on,
point.
not one.
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
one.
Let's see how it
That one.
goes.
Ah, that's still there. That's still a hit. Okay, that's
I
fine.
was hoping for that
Can
one.
I use Eerie Flicker?
All right, what does that do?
Eerie Flicker is my deviant ability.
Mm-hmm.
Under the Wraith type, your body flickers momentarily into the ethereal plane when an enemy strike would hit you and you weren't already concealed, hidden, or undetected.
Mm-hmm.
You become concealed for 1 round, and the flat check for concealment applies to the strike that would have hit you. If the flat check fails, the strike misses you.
Ah, that's something you
And-
need to do before I attack so that I can apply it on the hit, but I will make another attack at you and I'll only apply the concealment. So let's see how that works. Okay. Don't worry, it's not a crit, but it will get through the concealment.
Gotcha. Okay. It says so. I do it before you would strike.
Yeah. So concealment is made on the hit, not necessarily the damage.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought it
Kinda
said
like how
when
when I
it
used
meant that
mine
it already. Okay.
As
Gotcha.
Alice was being attacked, I heard that she was being attacked, so I was like,
Yep.
"Ah."
Okay. There we go. Much better. Okay, cool. All right. So getting through your concealment, your puppet version of yourself, which I presume is the one that's got the hat.
Yeah. Just like hold the
Sorry. Does the child or does the puppet have it?
the puppet has it.
Okay, so then he's gonna go for the puppet, which is gonna take 14 points of damage. Presume you're still hanging on to it.
Yep.
All right, he is gonna use Deadly Cleave as a reaction. No, it's not, because he can't, because it hasn't been. It's not a thing. It's fine. With his final action, no, he had to draw his scythe, move, and then attack. So he's done. All right, the red cap is done. Lashara, you have watched the red cap come through with a scythe and cut into your friend. As he looks around, he says, "Give me my fucking hat back, you tiny makeshift bit of fucking desert twine Klingon piece of giant voodoo shite."
Wow, you have a big vocabulary. That's so impressive.
And oh man, I can't say that to you because you are a child, but he has words that are
Put the red
very
cap
bad. No, it's
Put the
fine.
red cap here.
No, it's fine.
Right. Lushara is going to. Not much she can. Well. No, I don't want to get. I don't want to get in range of this bugger. He hits hard. How far away are you? Let's see. How far away are you, friend? Nope. I don't want to get close. We're just gonna Divine Lance again.
All right, you pull out your
Cause-
divine lance.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Come on, Redcap. Ah, poo. I miss.
All right.
That is fine. And then I'm going to use my Stoke the Heart Hex on Aelith. So let me pull that up. Okay, and then I will be taking my temporary hit points from Magnus.
All right, very well. With accruing a few extra temporary hit points, you continue to offer range support, hurling these divine lances across the battlefield towards Viv and her assailant. As we then go back to Viv.
There we go. Still swinging the hat near. Hey, buddy, you want to see a magic trick? And is going to cast Thoughtful Gift.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read out how the spell works real quick. You teleport one object of light or negligible bulk held in your hand to the target. The object appears instantly in the target's hand if they have a free hand.
Okay.
But they're going to try to play it off as they're doing a magic trick to make the hat disappear, so that
Sure. So I'm imagining like a,
it's so focused,
and then it's gone.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because
Cool.
the red cap's so focused on them that they won't see who the hat's going to.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
going
Okay.
to Bill.
Oh, you're giving it to Bill. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Not a problem.
For God's
'Cause Bill seems like the one who won't let me. I feel like anyone else would be like, "Oh wow, I have the hat now." Oh shit, that's not what. I feel
Okay.
like Bill should be like. Yep.
Is
Oh,
there
you're
any
good. Sorry,
saving
Sunny.
throw
Okay.
for Bill?
Let's see.
Is he
Does-
unwilling?
Does he really, really, really not want the hat?
I mean,
Then I just
He just passes it off to me. It's like,
it can refuse the gift. Do you refuse the gift, Bill
Seeing-
Rotar?
seeing the fact that this guy went straight for the hat and he's trying to distract it from everyone else. No.
okay, very well.
There you go.
Okay, it disappears, and you watch as the old man goes, "What the fuck?"
I'm magic, buddy. Where do you think it went? Here, I have so many pockets. You want to take a guess? And just like reaches into their coat and pulls out buttons.
He looks like he's about to chop you again. He's gonna search. He looks at you and he says, "Fuck you! I'm gonna start by searching inside your fucking stuffing."
Wow, that's pretty good. I gotta give you an A+ on that one. Good job, buddy.
Bill Ritter.
Get a gold star.
So almost with a chuckling growl, because obviously Bill's still technically in a rage at this point.
Yeah, crawling on the
Almost
floor.
Well, I'd imagine because it was the horse, he's probably more in the like a sprinter's starting stance at this point. As the
Oh
hat
yeah,
appeared in
yep,
his
fair,
hand.
fair. I presume you're
So
standing.
with a chuckle, it'll be a "Hey guy, guess what's behind you?" As he stands up, runs effectively over this way, and will yeet the hat into the cage with the griffin.
Oh,
All right. Let me draw a. I'm gonna say that you've yeeted it.
it's on the griffin now.
There you go. All right. And the griffin is now wearing the red
cap
hat.
griffin.
Yeah, Bill will no longer. be
You
going
giant
next.
tunnel-dwelling cunt!
What's the matter? Do you want a leg up? You too short?
That's rich coming from you, Papa Smurf! All right. Speaking of which, are you standing up?
Yes.
Okay, good. Done.
Oh, yeah.
So, stand, move, and yeet.
Yep.
Very well. Okay. Aelith, you're up next.
Switch color.
Okay. Well, which way is he facing?
The griffin.
Is his back facing? All right, towards the griffin. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Alrighty. Well, Aelith is gonna kind of hobble a bit over here, try to get a better view of
Mhm.
his neck.
Okay. Yep, you can see his neck quite
And-
clearly.
Okay, and I am going to do a precision shot against the gem.
All right.
So here we go. Here we go.
That is a hit. That will hit him, but because it is not a critical hit, it will not target the gemstone. But feel free to do your damage to the creature.
Okay.
All right, 20 points of damage. Jam, that was actually pretty nice. Oh, he did not like that. Did not like that at all. So move, shoot. You got one more action.
Oh, that I did the
The hunter's mark?
precision.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
the-
Oh, right. Yes,
yeah.
yes. Yep, I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm with you. All right. Done and
Yep.
done. All right, your arrow does a massive hit. As he looks at Arsini, and it is now your turn.
He's looking at me. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. Arseni just kind of looks back and forth between everybody, and since he's looking at me and I can't do shit, I'm gonna use illusory disguise and just make myself look like him, the red cap. So if he tries to insult me, he just insults himself.
So basically, he turns around to Arsini and says, "The fuck are you looking at, you half-pint, no good, trouser-wearing piece of shit?" And then you go, "Haha, I know you are, but what am I?" And then you transform into a...
But I don't say that because I can't talk.
Oh yeah, because you can't talk.
Luckily, it doesn't
But
have
you-
any. It doesn't have any components. But yes, so
Sure.
I make myself look like him.
All right, you transform yourself into a red cap.
And I just start dancing. I do a performance check to make myself look stupid.
Sure.
Yeah, 21.
Very well. You perform in a very stupid way. Let's make him do a will save to see if he just kills you out of spite. All right. Will save. Here we go. How does he do? Natural 20.
Ooh.
He ignores you completely.
Damn it.
All right. We now go back to his turn. All right. Let's see. How far are you? It's a 20-foot climb. All right. Cool. He is going to run and climb up here with 2 actions because he has a 50-foot move speed. All right. It's a griffin. All right, there's the griffin. Okay, and the red cap takes out his scythe. Let's see how we go.
No.
Lands a critical hit.
Ooh.
Does 29 points of damage to the griffin. And in doing so, cuts the top of the griffin's head where the hat is off and snatches it. And he says, "That's not yours, you fucking big chicken, you!" And then you watch as he places it upon his brow. And he goes, "Ah ha 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 ha!" And his fast healing comes back.
Shit.
All right. Lashara, you're up.
All right. Is he still facing away so I can see the back of his neck?
Yes, you can see the back of his neck.
All right, I'm going to use my nat 20 to get that critical hit on the
All
gem
right. Roll your damage
with a
and...
divine lance.
All right, your Divine Lance goes in and lands a critical hit. The gem shatters on the back of his neck.
Okay. Oh.
Yep,
Hold on.
roll the critical, so yeah, on the
Gotta
bottom.
hit critical first.
Yep, that's the one.
There we go. And then,
Ooh.
Bam! You blow a hole straight through the back of his neck, through to the front of his neck, and he dies.
You hit the wrong one. Lushara.
You then watch. You kill our city. You then watch the eagle just to start eating the red cap.
Puts the cap back on.
All right. And at this point, you are all whisked back and away to the theater, where there is a roar of applause that come from all around you. Once again, a celebration of joyful and cheerful noises.
I start bowing with the red cap. My hat falls off.
As you are once again brought before the dragon, who looks at you and says in a deep and voice-modulated voice, which I'm not modulating because people are having trouble hearing it. Well done, well done. You've done it. You've defeated the red cap. Bully for you. But the challenge is not yet over. It is only the beginning. Ha 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 ha. And let it not be known that I am not fair in these challenges. And he waves his hand and heals you all to full hit points.
Yay! I'm still mute though, right?
You are.
Aw.
And he says, and because you have won in this field of whatever we're doing, you get to ask for something to help you in the next game. Good for you. Well, go on then.
We'd like to consult first so that we can provide a very entertaining experience for you as requested.
Very well, if you must. In the meantime, please enjoy this short overture while the actors get ready for the next challenge. This is playing in the background while you guys are talking. You can tell that he's making fun of you.
Yes.
I play along with it.
So
Can I also say that I really love the fact that Christina's little emotes seem to like be in time with it too.
So he's offered us potentially help for
Aye.
the next round.
But that implies we need to know what the next round is to know what to request for help. I can see him. I imagine he'll
Oh
probably
my
spin
god,
it if
Neil
we
still
ask what
looks
the
like
next.
a red cap and it startled me.
I imagine if we actually ask what the next round is, he'll say that is our help for pre-warning. Unless you have a better idea of the help being to decide what the next round is themed. Let's see
Should we
what the
just
help
ask
was.
him to help us on the next round challenge?
I feel like I want to talk to him, but if you want, I can wait until after the next challenge. But I wanted to ask him something not related to the games, really. But
I mean, if you... Look, we know he's setting us up for failure, so I'm not really exactly sure how we can get out of this.
maybe I can try talking to him? Only if y'all would like.
No, he has quite an ego.
But he seems really angry about what happened to him.
Yes. Perhaps we just need to redirect his anger to a more appropriate target than Elink.
Maybe.
As Elink just inherited some abilities, but isn't one who actually caused him harm. Hmm. Do you think he could destroy the tree, Kaneepo's court? Maybe that would lessen powers that Elink would have. Maybe even, probably not, but it would be nice if it destroyed that link so Elink can go back to non-creepy thin man.
Well, that's what the first game was about, wasn't it? Just finding a temporary fix doesn't really fix anything, so just killing Elink wouldn't really, you know.
Yeah, balance world.
That was me seeing if Belritar would have chipped in to have an idea or not.
I only saw OG's face. I heard something roll and I saw OG's face like, oh, what's happening? Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
I can
Fortunata, we have a question real quick about what do you know about this connection that has been made with our friend? Is there a way to end it? Like if say you destroyed the former Kaneepo's court, would that release our friend?
All right, Dag speaking here. I still have had no fucking idea what I'm going to do about the fact that Elink is
Okay.
on this chair. You know that bit where it's like, hey, you're going to give yourself over to the evil power and it's going to take away your will and your abilities and your freedom and stuff like that in exchange for awe-inspiring, evil power, etc., etc. Yeah, so that kind of happened. And I'm uncertain as to where to go from that point. So as to whether or not this dragon can
Dragon wouldn't know then.
alternate on that, I'm gonna have to talk to Nick to figure out a little bit more about what the plan is, because this could also be potentially Ellink's retirement, which, because Nick's been not here for a couple of weeks, it's been tricky to kind of figure that out. Because if Nick isn't here next week, I think that's going to kind of force the hand of, you got to kind of leave him behind, guys. So I will say that the answer he gives you will be the same, but like, maybe there's something, maybe there's not. You kind of get the impression that he is quite powerful, but even he doesn't know what he can do up against whatever entity has currently now got sway over Ellink's thing.
Could take him time and experimentation.
Right.
Type of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But potentially a source for him to vent his anger as well.
True.
Thank you. All right, now back to our immediate problem.
So we have to figure out what we can do to make this next one more in our favor. And not dragons, but make it entertaining for him.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Arsini, can you please stop being that terrifying little red cab? Every time she looks over, she's like, ah. So
Not to be usually when
Have it-
the commanders are making plans, they usually at least know what field of battle we're fighting on first. Do we even know what the challenge is before we try to work out how we're going to overcome it?
What about
True.
we present a challenge and see if
Yeah,
he takes that?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
But if we create the scenario,
I like that.
all right. Any ideas? Viv, you love games. Any idea about what could be an entertaining game for the dragon that is in our favor?
Hmm. Let's see.
What that game called What's in My Pocket? No.
I feel like everyone just looks at Arsene like,
No, that was me saying Arsene.
"What's in
Arsene
my
can't
pocket?"
speak.
All right. At this point, the dragon gets bored and turns around and says, "All right, time's up."
Can we have an IOU whenever the game actually starts?
I guess.
Yay! Mr.
Okay.
Fortunato,
Yes.
can I ask you something?
You just did.
Another thing?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dang
If you ask me what my favorite cookies is, I will burn you to the ground.
it. Are are you having fun?
Yes.
Well, that's good. But what's gonna happen when the games are over? Are you still gonna be angry?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Couldn't hurt. Well, me. Couldn't hurt me. Could definitely hurt you. Yes. The last game's a lot of fun, though. This is one of my favorite ones.
what is the last game?
Ah, well, I'm glad you asked, as he breathes in deep. And as he breathes out, the entire area is filled with sand and dust. And you are once again whisked.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Sorry, guys. Damn.
All right, 1 second while I... Come on.
OG, to answer your question, it lasts an hour.
There we go.
Can you not
Okay.
dismiss it yourself? Just concentration.
All right. Lashara, Viv, Magnus, Poppy, Bilrata, Aelith, and Arsene find themselves in front of a burnt down farm. Oh, that's interesting. Can someone say something real quick?
Hello.
Something.
Something.
That's super weird. Why is that? Interesting. 1 second.
Come on.
Sorry, the music just started like crapping out on me, which was weird.
Oh, weird.
Okay, let's try that again. Maybe you just need to reload it. It's fine. I will reload
You
it.
still need to take the shows, not 20 from the board, by the way.
Sorry?
You still need to take the shows, natural 20 from the overlay.
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you. Here I was giving out free nat 20s. Like a chump. All right. So, what happens here is you find yourselves in an old, burnt down, and decrepit farm. Standing before you are two creatures. One of them is what looks to be a blue humanoid with a very vibrant and cheerful look. and what looks to be very exotic clothes. The second, a stern-looking woman with a fierce gaze with red skin and blackened hair. All right. Yeah, maybe it's just the track. Okay, weird, but I'll leave it. Okay, so the two look at you. One of them, smiling, leans forward with the the one with blue skin smiles and leans forward and says, "Greetings. I am Asan." And the angry red-skinned one says, "And I am Ahmet. And together we are of the Jinn."
Hi, Hassan and Ahmed.
Arseni lights up.
Your challenge is simple. These lands are infertile. Yes, terrible disasters from droughts to plague to insects have ravaged this town time and time again. But thankfully, we have come. We are going to grant 3 wishes. Any 3 wishes in order to ensure the prosperity of these lands. I, of course, will represent the goodwill of the wishes granted. Meanwhile, I will ensure that these wishes punish those who dare to think their solutions to all problems lie within such simple and magic matters. So, to arbitrate these wishes, we have turned to you. You may ask for any 3 wishes, any at all, and we will grant them. The goal is that at the end of the 3 wishes, these lands must be prosperous and suitable for new people to come live and harvest the fruits of their labors. To repeat, the goal is that that these lands must be suitable for other people, because the people here are dead, to come and reap the fruits of their labors from these lands.
And you
There's
mentioned
no-
there was downside to these wishes.
The Efreeti is responsible for the downside, whereas the Jinni is responsible for fulfilling the wish to the best of its abilities. Together, they will fulfill the wish, but corrupt it in some way.
I see.
You can
okay.
never trust. You can't trust. You can't trust. And she's just going to kind of
Lovely.
back
We're
away.
going to confer as a group. Thank you.
Think
They-
before
Sure.
as they go, I'm gonna drop the red cap form so I can like kind of almost cosmic cloud change back into my dwarven self, Arseni. Just because I wish to show the genies that that I am not really like. I think Arseni is just impressed that he's met people of his bloodline that he's a part of.
Very
So he
well.
wishes
You
to
look
show
at
that
them
he
with
has that
reverence
magic.
and awe.
Yeah.
Good.
And I kind of try to show that I am part of them, like as I have their blood in me, as I just turn back.
How do you wish to do this?
Well, I think I just kind of imagine
You just
like
cut
using
your arm
illusion
and just like,
disguise.
look, I've got your blood!
No, I imagine my magic looks like when a genie casts magic, it's almost like a cloud, like cosmicness, or something. So I kind
So
of
you're
imagine
casting
when
magic?
our genie. No, I'm dropping the illusion form, but it still kind of almost looks like a cloud covering me to change me back to what I looked like.
But didn't
If
you
I
do
can
that
do
in
that.
the theater?
I did, but I didn't drop it back in the theater. No, I was still the red cap.
Oh, I thought when Lashara asked you, I thought you had. Sorry, my bad. Sure.
No,
As you do so,
I didn't say anything, so.
they see you covered in sparkly clouds. That Okay, so let me give Neil some insight into genies. There are many different elements of genie and many different types that go from many different bloodlines. I personally don't know what yours is, but
Mine is actually the green one, the genie.
So
or
you're
the-
actually the genie. So yours would represent in air and wind
Oh, okay.
more than cloud and sparkles.
Gotcha.
Which of course she might notice, and she might. I mean, obviously they're quite powerful patrons. They have sorcerers in their bloodline, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But she would find that fascinating.
He's
She would
never-
definitely.
Our
She's definitely
Sunny's never
happy
met
and
one, so it's
yeah. So she's
Sunny.
cool.
Yeah, and then I will kind of bashfully go back to the group.
Very well.
Okay, group.
Sorry, just really quickly before that, Viv, you had something you wanted to say?
The son, Ahmed, are we allowed to go into that old barn?
They both look at the barn simultaneously. They look at each other and they nod. You may examine the lands as you would. Anywhere within the reach of the map that I have drawn is yours to explore freely.
Thank you. I'm gonna turn to the group. Maybe there's a reason so much bad stuff has happened here? Like maybe it's a curse or something? It wouldn't hurt to look and see if maybe there's some sign of it. And if not, then, I don't know, we can wish for irrigation systems, like help with, I don't know, ask for shovels to help make an irrigation system. I don't know how I know what that is.
If we're going to do any of these wishes, we must anticipate what the downside would be to make sure that at the end everything balances out.
Mhm.
That's the
Well,
problem. Every wish, it comes with a guaranteed wrench in the works.
Well,
Yeah.
Ahmed seemed really upset at the idea that we thought we would be able to solve everything through magic, so maybe asking for things that won't help immediately, but help in the long run would be nice. So not asking for like, we need a lot of crops. Maybe just asking for like, help with,
freshwater river, for example.
yeah.
Maybe the people here could even
Well,
use the
yes.
flooding.
Yes, that makes sense. But there's still going to be downsides. Probably, I would assume maybe less severe if it's more of like what will over time make the lands fertile, so that people can then. But there's going to be a downside.
Are you
But
okay? We'll go investigate the barn.
Arsini and I can try.
Well,
Yeah,
if you
I
guys
guess
want
I'll
to head
go-
inside, I'm a bit more accustomed to the outside nature. Maybe I'll look around.
I mean, it looks like a pretty
perimeter.
burnt down barn, but
If I
Is
might
it
make
possible to...
If I might make a suggestion, this is how I feel each of your characters may divvy up. Lashara
Yeah.
and Viv will inspect the barn, looking around and seeing maybe what happened here. I mean, obviously, if the lands aren't fertile, why is the barn torn down? Bilrata, the well at the center of the crossroads here, seems to draw your attention. As it is underground, you feel very comfortable traversing underground and have no issue doing this. Meanwhile, Arsini and Aelith. Aelith, you are familiar with the surrounds, the wildlands and the like. Exploring the actual former crop fields may be easy for you. With Arsini, maybe traveling as well. Just in a bit of like... As someone who might be familiar with how wishes get corrupted, that might be something to consider while exploring these different areas. Is that how you would like to maybe divvy up?
yeah, it sounds good to me.
Oh, good.
All right. Can I get every group, please, to make me a, if you're in the barn, perception. If you're out in the fields, a survival. If you're underground, anything that you could constitute an engineering check or crafting.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay. So let's start with Arsini and Aelith. A natural 20 and a 16 for Aelith. You guys begin to head into the open fields. As you do so, the land is certainly withered indeed. The plants here do not seem to be growing too well, and you, between the two of you, discover 3 problems. Firstly, there has been no rain in recent time, making it quite difficult to bloom, of course. Secondly, there seems to be some kind of burrowing vermin that has grown through this area, as a network of small interlaced tunnels seem to be cut just below the surface here. And lastly, there is a very virulent yet prominent weed that seems to be scattered around. It seeds quickly and is quite aggressive when it comes to taking nutrients from fertile plants. Meanwhile, Lashara and Viv, the two of you are inside of the house. The house does indeed seem to have been burnt down. Likely the cause is something of time, maybe decay and the like, until you realize that there are termites into the woods and the like. There is no signs of a termite mound, but it does seem as though perhaps maybe they have managed to burrow into the foundations and torn it, making even the ground here quite loose and unstable. As the saying goes, one does not build their house upon sand, but that is effectively what has happened here, with the network of tunnels causing the foundations to shift and slip, and the termites having weakened them further by eating and chewing through the wood. In addition, with a 25 for Lushara, you also find what looks to be a bag of rat bones. You don't know what that means, but you do have a bag of rat bones now. And lastly, Bilratar, with your natural 20 in crafting. As you go down into the underground pocket where the well is all but dried up. It seems as though much of the tunnels have collapsed, making the water no longer rise up past a certain point. Without demolishing it and knowing how the water is connected, you believe that with the right kind of explosive, you could make a directional blast that should pop it like a lid, accessing an underground water tablet. It would, however, require a very precision explosion in order to do this. All right. At this point, all of you gather with your various informations and, well, I presume share it with one another.
I draw it in the sand. I write it in the sand with my stick.
Sure.
Can I, now that I have this bag of rat bones, can I check to see if it's like some sort of like, I don't know, like a hex bag or something like that that's like bringing ill will or something?
Make an occultism check.
All right. 22.
22? It is indeed a hex bag.
Okay. I imagine I don't know exactly what it's doing.
What's a hex bag?
Well, they can, depending on how they're made and what the point and purpose of them is, they could sometimes offer protection, sometimes bring ill.
So maybe somebody actually did curse whoever lived here? Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe we should ask if they've ever granted wishes over this land before.
As long as you frame it as a question and not let them misinterpret it as a wish.
As they are standing there, they say, as long as you do not say, I wish, then they do not count as wishes.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
So have y'all ever granted wishes for somebody who lived here before?
Yes. Far too many. You would be the 5th group to make a series of wishes on these lands. But don't worry, previous wishes are superseded by later wishes. So if someone wished this town to be barren, then your wish to make it fertile would supersede it. Even if they wished for the lands to be barren forever, if you wished for it to be fertile forever, then it would supersede it.
Should we all
Why
fit-
so many wishes made here?
Yeah.
Because young mortals do not understand the value of the gifts they are given.
Well, we were brought here by a dragon. Was everybody else brought here by a dragon?
They both say no simultaneously.
Oh.
How were other people brought here?
They wanted to use the land, try to make it for themselves. Others simply wished to take that which was not earned.
Whose land does this belong to?
They both say no one simultaneously. And they both, the angry one then turns and says, "Does this really help you decide what your wish should be?
Yes.
Come now, you are not
Yes.
here to learn about us. Make your wishes."
We weren't asking about you. We were asking about the land. So
You are asking about
you
the
saying
wishes
that
that
you
are
are-
here, you young little thing.
I was asking about the land. So now that you bring it up, are you two part of the land?
They do not answer.
Is this your home?
They do not answer. Though you do see the angry one starting to grind its teeth.
Well, then why would we need to do wishes if you two already?
I will
live here?
also
'Cause
point
those-
out that, just for your own peace of mind, that the angry one is a CR9. Just in case. This is not a threat. This is just
Yeah.
a friendly reminder of our standing in the world.
Yep. Yep. Do
Right,
not
no.
poke the angry
Oh,
bear.
no, I'm not. Yeah.
No. I
I'm
know you're not.
trying to.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
I'm just getting ahead in case of, because obviously this is not designed as a combat encounter. I did not create these as a combat encounter, so you do not need to worry that. But that being said, it can go that way potentially. So,
Okay.
but yes,
I
you
wonder
realize.
if they
yeah,
are.
sorry. No, carry on.
Do we get the sense that maybe they're trapped here, like they're held here?
Good question. This is actually a question our Cine could potentially answer. Genie are generally free spirits of the various elements that roam as outsiders and extraplanars, free to do as they will. The wish granters are those who have been imprisoned or who have a debt to pay that are forced to do this. Now, Genie, which the blue one is, are free-spirited and love doing things. They love granting wishes. They love helping people. But Efriti, which the other one is, believe themselves to be royalty and noble. And anyone who dares to ask for things is unworthy. So they corrupt wishes.
As I write that all on the sand.
Seems to me that maybe the best option here, at least for these two, is to get them free. Then maybe the land can just go back to normal on its own if somebody wants to come in and take care of the well and these bugs and everything.
You don't want to be free.
They both do not answer. Also, real quick, Lushara, you have now gotten inspirations. Your next roll is at advantage, courtesy of our dear friend Scots and Dakota. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. All right. So they're clearly bound here and cannot talk about it because that's the only thing they're being silent about. So we need to figure out how to release these jinn from this land. That way, then nobody can keep messing things up here with wishes. Can we
Maybe
use a
it has
wish
to
to
do
just
with
free them?
tobacco.
Arsini, do you
But-
know?
But Bill asked, that hex bag, that couldn't be a binding hex, could it?
Could
could.
potentially be one. Yes.
would Lushara know how to would
Unhex
she
the
know
bag?
if just destroying or if destroying the bag would
Make a
release it?
occultism check.
Okay.
With advantage because of that
Alright.
inspiration.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
with
if only
advantage.
Okay, great. So let's roll the first one and then again.
Nice. A 25 is what you needed. Now, as far as the occult ritual involved with the hex bag, you would need to bury it, pour holy water on it, and then perform basically a version of an exorcism. With your roll, you know the ritual, you know how to potentially do it. However, here is your insight. It is not bound to the two genie.
Okay.
But the insight that I'll give to Cookiemon Steve. Here is the catch. One of the best wishes you can ask for is one involving the genie's transparency. It may seem like a wasted wish, but if you know what the genies are planning ahead of time, then you potentially can act around it.
So basically, that would be we'd have to make one wish, and then we'd only have 2 wishes left to save the land.
Correct.
Okay. But do we know this?
Yes, that was what the insight bonus was.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Lushara is explaining this with Arsini, between the two of us. We're like, yep, this is an evil hex bag, not related to the genie, so I will deal with that later.
So what it might be,
Apparently.
so what it might be is your first wish, sorry, to clarify a little bit further, your
Yep.
full wish might be, I wish that the two of you were fully transparent in the consequences of the results of any wish that we make further prior to us making the wish.
I see. Okay.
Which
So
means
in
that
other
when
words, we could say what Dag said.
you...
You have
No.
to say it exactly like that.
Well, you don't have to say it exactly
Yeah.
like that, but you do need to make it to that. Also, don't say you wish for them to be transparent. That will not go the way you want.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. They'll just be transparent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally.
You have to add
So we
all
can
the
say-
contingencies.
So I guess we can say to speak and share plainly and obviously what will happen. What are the consequences of each wish we make?
Before we make the wish.
That's a good addition.
Cool.
So that we can ask what if we wish for this, what would be the consequences?
Correct.
Yeah.
And that would
Okay.
not constitute your wish, and they would have to be transparent about it and be honest with what they would do.
I like that. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, you want to do it?
I think we have our first wish.
They both pay very close attention to the tiny puppet.
Oh, does that mean I make the wish now, or does somebody else?
Cookiemon said in a
Oh.
language you understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another
yes.
good addition.
In a language, yes.
You smart
Clearly
people.
and concisely. So that way they don't whisper it either.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh
Okay,
man,
then
we need
do I
a
say it or
lawyer
does
here.
somebody else say it?
All right, somebody else
That-
can say it.
Oh,
I can
boy.
say it. I just didn't know if
Okay, do we have all the language that we
clearly,
want?
obviously, in our language before the wish is given.
Nah,
Before
you
the
gotta
wish is
you gotta
made.
say it now. Just buy into it. Do it.
Okay.
Very,
Um,
Don't worry.
very
Keep-
clear.
Keeping in mind, I'm also
Yeah.
not a monster. You need to start
Yeah.
this with "I wish."
Okay. I'm really sorry. This may take a second. Okay. I wish that before we make our next wishes, both of you tell us clearly and concisely in a language we understand, loud enough to be heard, what will be the good and bad consequences of that wish.
Of those wishes.
Yes.
Did we cover it all? Oh
Leave the
no.
ad, please.
Well, I said please, so that's always a nice.
All right. There is a glowing that seems to occur. The wind begins to pick up and fire begins to rise from the well. And as that happens, they both in tandem say, "Your wish is granted."
That was really cool.
It just points at the
You
well.
said it came from the well?
Yes.
No.
I don't think fire's meant to be in a
Interesting.
well.
I wonder if that's where they're bound. If whatever's holding them there is in the well.
Oh,
want me to
there,
put
there
the well?
was collapsed passages down there.
Okay.
Now, we never covered this when we got the shotgun. How much ammo came with the shotgun? Sorry, the scattergun.
Like,
30.
oh damn.
30 rounds. All right. Well, they then look at you. They look at each other. They go, "Oh, come on then. You got 2 more wishes.
But
We might be immortal, but we don't want to just sit here
Yep.
and watch you die."
Well, I guess
It's not
Well,
going to take that
that's
long.
what I say. Bill holds up a finger saying, "Give me a second." And using some of those 30 rounds, and you can tell me how many this uses, you'll try to extract the black powder to form the shaped charge.
Sure. That's not a problem with your 25 from earlier. You know exactly how much you require. Make a craft check to make a bomb that isn't going to blow your hand off. That is
Can
not
I
going to
use a
be
hero
enough.
point?
You may use a hero point. So tempted to jinx point you, but I'm not going to. Not that mean. Don't need to.
Oh no.
Don't
All right.
need to.
All right, you believe this is a
No.
perfectly functional bomb that is going to do exactly what you want it to.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then you're like, yeah, you know what, more is more, and you just start putting, cool. I'm gonna say that of the 30 rounds that you have used. Oh, you've only used 6 rounds. So yeah, less is less is the attitude.
more is less, and less is more.
Do we need a way to get it down there? Because I do have something, but it would mean I wouldn't get my little wind-up thing back. Probably because it would get exploded.
I can do that, I think. Yeah.
But equally,
I can use ghostly grasp to put it down there, but you'll probably
but
or
it needs to be.
or I
put
can
in
at
place.
least I can set it on fire
Yeah.
with a ghostly grasp.
But Bill will point out saying, might be better if I go back down and position it where I think, and then we just drop a torch down to try and light the fuse.
Yeah. I can even put the torch near
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
zoom ahead here. Billerchild
Yeah.
climbs down, puts the charge down, climbs back up. One of you throws a torch down there, and you hear this piff, and that is about it. You realize that Billerchild has not used nearly enough explosives to do anything.
Well,
That wasn't
didn't
as
work,
when it's
though, I
planned.
don't-
You may try again if you would like to make another craft check. You now have 24
Can I
bullets.
help him with this craft?
Oh, no, I've
check?
got
Yeah, I was gonna
Can I aid
say.
as well?
Is anyone
help.
are either of you trained in craft?
Oh, let me see though. You
Yes.
might not be trained.
Yes. Was that a yes?
Yes.
Are you trained or an expert?
Trained in crafting.
Okay.
I am trained in crafting as well.
All right, then you can lend an aid action. This is as part of a reaction to assist. Each of you may make a craft check. Por favor. Target number is 15.
Oh God.
Well, Unfortunately, Viv, you give a +1, and Aelith, you give a -1.
No!
Or you could hero point it if you
I
want
worked
to.
so hard!
We got so
All right.
far.
Can I hero point?
Sure, if you must. Go on.
Okay, yes, I must. I... Oh my god.
A 14 is also not enough, but it no longer provides a -1 penalty. Bilratar, you may make another craft check with a +1.
Use it well.
No, I'm not going to mess around this time. Not 20, please.
There we
Gonna burn
we
the nat
go.
20. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a certain amount of precision and luck, you get some chewing gum, you stick it in there. You have the precise amount that you need. For this particular one, you are going to consume 20 of your bullets. And that is going to make your bomb. You lower it down, and with another bit of a piff, there is an explosion followed by the tumbling of stone, which you can hear. And before long, you hear the sound of sloshing water coming from the well. The well has been restored.
Okay, well, that
Okay,
took care
without
of one of our
magic.
problems. I would say then.
I'm going to do you a favor and just mark all the problems. And that way, when they come up, you can attempt to deal with them. So we had the termite problem. We had the weather, the creatures in the ground, and the weeds. And we had the hex bag. All right, there we go. And then we had the well, obviously. All right, there you go.
Right.
So we should maybe try and destroy the hex bag?
Yeah, I can try. I don't. Let me see if I have everything I need for that, though. All right.
You need candles. You need holy water. Or holy salts, or some way to bless some salts.
Let's go to my inventory.
So we got running water. Bless the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do not have water. Does anyone have candles? Because I
have a torch.
Are there any buckets
I've got
around?
torches.
Are there buckets around? No.
No.
Not even on the well. It's weird.
Oh wait, yeah, no. There'd be a bucket on the well. You're right.
Can we draw some water from with you using the bucket?
Sure. You have a bucket of water.
Okay. So you said we need water, candles, and holy water? Or no, it was holy water we needed, not water.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need holy water.
Could a torch act as a candle? They both emit light.
I'm more concerned at the moment. How do we get this water blessed?
You wish it to
I'm
be blessed. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're not going to use a wish on that. We probably need the wish for other things. I am not a cleric. I summon divine magic through a patron. Would I be able to ask my patron if they can assist me in blessing the water?
As an oracle, yes, you may. It would require you to make a prayer to your... Who's your patron?
I never found out who my patron is. I just know that they are a flamekeeper. Where did that go? Nope. Probably under abilities.
Let's see.
Yeah,
'Cause this was one of your mysteries.
Flame
wasn't it?
keep. Face Flame Keeper is what the patron class is, which allows me to pull in the divine. But it was never knew who that was. Just says your patron is likely a divine being like an angel or aeon acting covertly.
Okay. So, I suppose let's roll a percentage check.
Ooh.
All right. With a 66, one of the people who are the well-known deities of fire, which is the only clue you really have here, would be Asmodeus, the devil god.
It wasn't one the Lambent King or something. Something the Lambent King.
Sarenrae, the goddess of healing and second chances and redemption. Let's see, how many of these do we have? 7 pages. Oh god. Okay, let's go through them as quick as we can. Boom. We then have Shizuru, the duty-bound swordswoman and goddess of the sun. Hathor, the ancient Osirian god of the sun. Ra, the Egyptian god of the sun and fire. Just stop me if you think you hear one that might stand out.
Kind of seems like Sarenrae might be.
There was also a Tria, the Lambent King, about
Neil,
benevolent. Sorry.
I'm going through a list. I appreciate what
I'm
you're doing.
sorry.
You keep saying the Lambent King. I'm not there, man.
Okay, sorry. I'll stop.
Nergal, a god of destruction, fire, and the sun. I feel like Nergal is taken by another thing, but yeah, sure. He is an evil god, yada yada yada. Then we have Angrad, who is the blistering god of fire, a dwarven god. We then have from the Feywilds, no fire gods. Okay. Elemental lords. The elemental lord of fire is Atreya, who is fire, healing, protection, and the sun.
Oh. As considering like when she was requesting, like putting it out there for asking for help, it sounds like someone who, because she was asking for help to find her brother to help protect her and others while she was on this quest. So it kind of sounds like either Sarenrae or this last one. Since they're
if anyone has insight, if anyone has an insight, they can throw it out there as well. Just saying, putting it out there.
An insight bonus or an insight just
Insight points from the channel points. Regathiel is an angel of fire and righteousness.
Oh, Cookie Mom gave an insight bonus.
Cookie Mon gave an insight bonus. There is another
Cookie's
person who
a
has
good
blessed
choice.
you. So you have a second blessing of fire.
Oh.
There is also, the Mwangi god Kohar, which is fire family's city in the sun. Yes. What is your other blessing of fire that you have been given, Lushara? I'll give you a clue. If you look carefully at your token, you'll see it.
Token. How do I make my token bigger? There we go.
is it the tome?
Close. I think those are the big ones. I think we've covered the big fire gods.
gee.
Magnus, like as
Mhm.
he is a Hellcat form.
And what is the Hellcat form? The big fire form.
Yeah, big fire form.
And
Okay.
what culture would use cats as messengers and divine servants? And
Okay. So we're talking about Egyptian. Okay.
two of the
So-
Osirani gods are Ra, who is the god of the sun and family and the like. And the other is... What was the other one? It escaped me. Ancient Assyrian gods is Hathor. Hathor? Yes, Hathor, who is god of family and the sun.
Okay, it must be
That's
Hathor
it.
because Hathor is
Yep.
also like a lion goddess, if I recall.
Hathor
A
is...
lion-headed goddess.
That lion-headed was, I don't know what's
There's
in this
two.
one. But
There's
yeah,
Bast.
Sekhmet was one.
Oh, Sekhmet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Sekhmet
of.
was lion-headed. Bast was
Hathor-
cat.
Yeah, Hathor did not have an animal form.
But Ra did.
Ra was an eagle. But again, all of the
Yep.
pantheon
Yeah.
revered cats.
Yeah,
I
well,
think it's
Hathor,
Hathor.
if that Hathor, like Ra was son and Hathor was family,
Mhm.
I would say probably Hathor, since I was asking for help to find family. That would be my best guess.
All right. Make a religion check.
Okay. Right. Aw, rude.
You do have hero points.
Yeah, let me use a hero point, please.
All right, go for it.
All right. Don't be worse. Oh, you were worse. Rude. Okay.
That is kind of rude. All right. With a 14, you know only a little about Hathor. You know of her, at least her basics, which is her domains are family, passion, the sun, and wealth. However, I will only give you one. Either you can know her edicts or you can know her anathema, but not both.
Let me know. What's going to be more helpful? What to avoid? Or
Well,
what
you are
be
going to. Well,
doing?
here's the thing. You are about to make a prayer to try and bless things. So you're using powers beyond the scope of your abilities.
Yeah.
The closer and more appealing your prayer is to your god, the more
Yeah.
likely it is going to work.
Okay, then let me go with then her edicts.
All right. Her edicts. Her edicts are to give wealth to new families, to aid traders and miners, support musicians, and protect and encourage lovers.
Okay. Then I will take the angle of helping me to bless the water in order for me to remove this evil that is preventing this land from giving wealth to new families who need to move in.
Okay, that's pretty good. Make your prayer.
Okay, what do I roll for?
No, just speak it. Speak it from the heart.
Oh, speak it. Okay. It would be like, praying to Hathor, she would be like, I'm on my quest to find my brother, but I find the opportunity here to help others. I need to bless this water. Would you please guide me and bestow your blessing upon the water so that I may use this to destroy this evil, which is preventing families in this land from growing and thriving.
given you got an insight bonus, I will also say that families are great, but families are very personal. Don't forget, she also has other people that she does give blessing to. One that is a very important part of the whole farming nature of things.
Oh, merchants and trade.
Without
Yeah.
resources, there is no trade. These lands will become devoid of travel and trade.
Yeah.
So I will give you that one. So,
Yeah.
with that, roll me your percentage.
Okay. Come on, Hathor. Oh, rude.
41
So
is
rude to
not
me.
quite there. You can use a hero point if you'd like.
I will use that hero point.
All right, let's do it.
Come on. Do it.
79 is enough. Speaking to and randomly guessing your deity, you indeed land directly on the one that has blessed you. Your house and your family has been blessed by the goddess Hathor, and she indeed, she basically, this is going to sound a little gross, but Magnus actually urinates, and it is blessed water.
Thank you, Magnus.
The bucket is now glowing and bright with spirals that look like sunlight. Also, Cookymon, calm the fuck down.
On.
Thank you so much. What the hell? Look, I'm ending in like 2 minutes. The fuck do you even want? Yeah, dude, thank you so much. All right, what do we have? That is to top all the players up. You know what? So say it, so it shall be. Let's
chat
talk.
gods have spoken.
The chat gods have spoken. All right, we are going to do that. Cookie, thank you so much, you bloody beautiful legend, you. You know what? I'm just gonna straight up. There we go.
Yeah.
There they are. All right, the players have been locked and loaded, blessed by a second god of my game, and that is, of course, the great cookie monster in the sky. They have a very small following. And they are donated cookies on the altar of Cookie. And you know what? At some point or another, if I do the $100 secret menu item, for the hell of it, I'm also going to introduce the literal god of cookies, and there's going to be like a little cleric of cookie gods and stuff. I'm going to do that just for that donation. That'll be our next thing, the cookie gods. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you have the holy water, you have the candles.
Have the holy water.
You light them up.
have the candles.
Well, I say candles. You have the torches, which you put into an area around the bag, and you light it up. The last thing we're going to do today is let's try to conduct the ritual. You all gather in a circle. Place your hands next to one another and close your eyes. Deep breathing, and you make an occultism roll. Anyone who is trained may make this roll, but Lushara, you are at its center.
Skills. Occultism. Ooh,
All right.
don't know if 21 is enough.
Aelith
No.
provides a +1 bonus, so that's a 22. Does anyone else have occultism?
Sorry.
I might use I don't. Yeah, you know what? I might need to use a hero point to try to like push us over. Thanks to Cookie Mod, Steve.
All right, we'll use the hero point. Let's
Yeah.
go for it.
All right, don't be worse this time. Be nice. So rude. We're at.
All right, unfortunate. But while the hex bag is not removed from its curse, your ritual is somewhat successful. As the curse is suppressed, please roll me a d4. Two weeks, the curse has been suppressed. But without actual candles and with dubious holy water, there is only so much you could do. But 2 weeks without a curse is still pretty impressive. if you can have the
No, we
bag
just take
exercise.
this hex bag with me and get rid of it later.
Sure,
exercise
that's
it
also
later.
perfectly
Yeah.
fine. Perfectly fine.
Okay, cool.
All right.
It's
And look,
temporarily suppressed, and we'll take care of it when we leave.
and to put your mind at ease, there is the tick for having cured that. All right.
Nice.
Now before we go, there are 4 other things that the farmland needs. Does anyone have any other ideas they want to throw out there just before we cliffhanger on something?
Flood the molehills.
What?
You said they were like
There's
mounds and stuff from like.
there's burrowing vermin, virulent weeds, termites, and lack of rain.
Yeah, I just thought of flooding the vermin holes because that's something my mom used to do when gophers were in our yard.
All right.
Wow.
How do you want to flood them?
Just get a bucket of water after digging up the mound where the kind of tunnel comes across where they would have dug to get in the ground first. Yeah, just
Yeah, but
kind
it's
of
like fields
water
and
in.
fields and fields. That's gonna
Yeah.
take us like
Oh, true.
months.
It's not one hole.
All right. Sure.
Uh,
I'll tell you what.
Well,
As
I
you
wonder
start,
if we
as
can-
Arsene starts to throwing water into the fields, you all generally watch Arsene doing this and question many things. As Arsene back and forth, Arsene, make a perception check.
okay.
At least Arsene's building up his arm strength again.
Natural 20.
ooh.
26.
All right, very good. All of a sudden, you hear something burrowing from below you, erupting from the ground and hissing.
The stink. Ah!
Very annoyed at Arsene's intrusion are 2 of the burrowing creatures. A pair of ankravs.
Ooh. Ooh.
Horse-sized
Ew.
burrowing monsters who eat livestock, destroy lands,
Oh, no.
and of course, hate farmers. And you have been dumping water on their nest.
Oh no.
No, good. Now we know.
You
Um,
know what's in there.
and when we return, and when we return, our heroes will do glorious battle with the Ankegs. Well, sorry, not Ankegs. They're not Ankegs anymore because that's D&D. These are Ankravs.
And crop.
Ankravs, yeah.
Ankravs, yeah, not Ankegs,
Ankravs.
Ankravs. Yes, completely different.
Completely.
Completely different. All right. But thank you guys for coming and joining us and having a wonderful time. I had an amazing time here. Thank you, Christina, for gifting a gifted sub to Dalek Reject. Dalek, welcome. Enjoy all the channel points and all of the amazing emotes. But yeah, there we go. This is good. You guys did great. This is actually really fun.
Yeah.
Are you guys enjoying the Are you guys enjoying the dragon fortune thing?
I can't talk.
Variety.
Yeah, the variety of them. Yeah, like everyone's got a different thing.
Yeah,
did
no, I do
updated
like
bone
that.
cake
in the
everyone's
sand.
different.
Okay,
Yeah.
for the purposes of this, guys, we are now on to round 7 for our
Ooh.
challenge. So we are in round.
We were on round 9 before.
Oh, were
We've
we?
gone back in time.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, then we've added 2 rounds to our current one. So we are now in round 11 for our one. Yep. So round
Gotcha.
11 is where
No
we're
one
at.
fights a dragon. So what we're learning is no one fights a dragon like Rain of Winter can.
Well, Reign of
Um,
Winter had a dragon eat their
Yeah,
dragon.
That's true.
Yeah.
They did actually have a massive wandering boss, like a what, $150,000 fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
$100,000 boss jump in, and then they kind of like basically outran the fortune dragon while he got eaten. It was not my finest moment, mind you. Okay, just
And then
FYI.
OG's dragon ate it, becoming the new fortune dragon.
To be
Yeah.
fair, it'd been different if that breath attack got down that corridor.
Yeah.
Yes, if it'd been gotten down that, if the breath attack got down that corridor, everyone would have died. Like, wiped. TPK. But if you know what, like, you know, we'll see how it is. But either way, you guys still, if you should say when you guys defeat the Fortune Dragon, you are still entitled to a $30,000 reward for your characters, which comes, of course, as I mentioned, courtesy of all the generous donations that happened to sponsor the Fortune Dragon as well. So just its defeat will give you that. The group that kills it the quickest gets another special artifact, which we'll only be able to find out in the middle of September, after I do a one-shot with Scully. So there's nothing on that one. Sadly, it is a private one-shot, so none of you get to see it. But maybe it might be up on my Patreon, perhaps for the Patreon. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes and stuff. But guys, we have gotten to the end of our game. As always, it is a late night on a Sunday, which means no one I know is currently streaming. So instead, we are going to leave with our DAG formations. Oh, Christina, don't be sad face. Look, I'll let you know when it's out. Then you can subscribe to me for a month for like $1, and then you'll get access to it, and then you can watch it, and then, yeah. Now, DAG formation. DAG formation. What is a good DAG formation for this week? Let's talk about temptation. It is very easy for us to put aside the things that we must do for the things we want to do. To maintain a good, healthy, and supportive state of mental wellness often means sacrificing the fun things that we enjoy. But I posit this. When you take a moment to appreciate the maintenance, the little things, like brushing your teeth, like making yourself a good meal instead of eating at McDonald's, or by spending a little bit of time switching off from technology in order to take a breath and relieve yourself of the burdens that come along with the incredible pressures of internet life. Or if you're prepping a game and actually taking time to actually prep it because, you know, you feel like you need to put in the effort and not just wing it every single time you show up. Stuff like that, just throwing some things out there, right? It is always important to remember that if we insert our own little joys into these tasks, they become far less meaningless. They become more rewarding each and every time we do that. And in doing so, we start to make ourselves and shape ourselves into more healthy and more more healthy and more well-off people. As I say, wellness through gaming. Turn those things that are mediocre into games. Make them fun. Make them enjoyable. Brush your teeth and see how many rotations you can get within the span of 5 minutes, which is how long you should be brushing your teeth. Take moments to make a coffee and then try a new thing every once in a while. Add a bit of cinnamon to it. Mix some things up. Have fun, play, and enjoy, because that is what life is all about. So, with that being said, guys, my name is Mong. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. Next, I will be back in like 8 hours for our next game, which is Curse of the Crimson Throne, with another entire group of wonderful and amazing players who will be coming and joining us as well. I say hopefully, but we will, of course, be saying farewell to 2 of our players on Monday. So do be sure to stop by so that we can give them all a big, fond farewell. And then the following week, we will be introducing 2 new players to those Patreon tables as well. So look forward to this as well. And of course, I don't want to spoil who it's there, but they are very well known among the communities, as well as well known among multiple other communities as well. One of them is even a streamer who is a dear friend of mine as well. So this should be a lot of fun to see coming to the table. Oh God, I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so yes, go check those out. And as always, from us to you, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other because why the fuck not, it's free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks!